Every time Maisie sees me fussing around the kitchen, she gets up to see what's happening because she thinks maybe there's something for me. Well, Maisie's already gotten something to eat. She got a tin of sardines packed in water. I actually got her the sustainable ones, but they're quite a bit more. I use water because the ones packed in soy oil, say that 3 times, have more omega-6 fatty acids, and I try to use just the omega-3s to balance out the stuff they get in their chicken and in their other food. So I also use Stella Chewy's freeze-dry raw for treats now at night because it's a great source of protein, it's organic, and fish are, like I was talking about sardines, fish are the perfect protein. So I want to show you how easy it is to crock pot, and that's why Maisie's here. She sees the crock pot and she sees me starting in. So first we're going to put some skinless, boneless chicken. I've started to take all the skin off the chicken. So if you get a whole young fryer, just remove the skin. So we got 3 of those. Well, we got more than that. 2 pounds. 2 pounds of boneless, skinless. And you can also just get the bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts and just cook them for 16 to 24 hours till the bones are softened. I do that quite a bit. Then we're going to add some chicken livers, and I already have some hearts in there. So we'll just put those in. Nice little cube of livers and hearts. And that adds a lot of vitamin A and a lot of trace minerals and lots of other nutrients and vitamins. And then to the beautiful colorful phytonutrients that are in carbohydrates. But vegetables are great additions, and not only but peas and carrots, which are great in dog food, but how about some cancer-fighting broccoli? That has great also antioxidants and phytonutrients that fight cancer. What else do we have? Should we put in an onion? No, they're toxic for dogs. We're going to leave the onion out. But a few little pieces of onion on some lean meat that you feed your dogs is just fine. Then I bought some beets at the store for me, and those beet leaves are wonderful. Sometimes I use them for a salad, but today I'm going to chop off the tops and I'm going to put them in with my dog's food. Now, and all that looks like a whole bunch of vegetables, but it's not much weight and it cooks down in a hurry. And then I'll put in 4 eggs to the batch. And there's the eggs all nice and hidden in there. And I'll add water and stir it all up to break the yolks and spread the white around so it mixes in well. If you don't break the yolks and stir it in, then what you get is you get a ball of yolk like that, and you kind of want to spread it throughout the mix. So let's add water. So I'm going to turn on the water. Can you tell I'm doing this by myself today? Let's add the water up to the level of the food. The phantom cook. You can't see them. And it's not important to go clockwise with the wand. And once you stir it all up, you can see that you get a wonderful looking metally, you get the ball of liver, that's gonna kind of cook and get spread through, and there's the chicken. And that beet leaves are gonna cook way down, but you see your peas and carrots, and the eggs given the water is a milky looking texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the crock pot and we're going to cook it for only about 4 to 5 hours because or more because I just want the ingredients to be cooked and the chicken to be soft and more like a stew. So everything all mixed up really nicely. So put it on the crock pot, you just put it on high, and then you cook it for, like I said, for anywhere from, without bones in them, you don't have to cook it too long, 4 hours, maybe up to 6 in some pots, to make the chicken meat all tender, and to cook the liver and be able to mix it thoroughly along with all the leaves and the peas and carrots and broccoli. Cooking the vegetables makes them digestible. The liver and the hearts are very important. Organs are really important to feed dogs when you're home cooking because they supply a lot of the nutrients they wouldn't get out of just the meat, which has been separated from the rest of the animal, and it doesn't have all the nutrients. So organs like liver and hearts are very, very important. They have more taurine, carnitine in the hearts. The liver has vitamin A, B vitamins, and it's just great. So make sure you put in at least 20-30% of the whole mixture should be organs, and about half the mixture should be meat, and the other half should be, you can either use vegetables like I do, colorful vegetables, carrots and peas and broccoli and kale, or you can use rice and potato if you have a dog that has allergies or doesn't do well with vegetables. And I don't use as much fat now. You can use a little bit of fat on your chicken skin, but if you use too much fat, it's not healthy for animals because it's an unbalanced fat. Also, you can use, if your animal's allergic to chicken, which many are, you can use beef as your meat source, and you can use beef heart and beef liver. And the same vegetables. So you can vary the meat part. You can even use fish. So you would do the same thing, half fish, half vegetables, and you would try to get some organ meat from the chicken or the beef, depending on what your dog tolerates most. So anyway, let's cook it up. After I cooked it for 6 hours, and I put enough juice in it to cover the mixture, as you saw. You can see how kind of pretty it all looks, the chicken and the carrots, and you can see the little pieces of egg all mixed up throughout. And I don't think you can see any liver in there. I'll uncover some liver for you. You can see the broccoli just comes apart. It kind of stalks the broccoli, and the chicken's very soft and comes apart. And guess who's waiting? Because she sees that it's ready. So you can see also there's pieces of liver in there, the liver that got cooked up, and the hearts. They're very soft, so it's a great mixture. And if you want a low-fat food, you can always just take it out and you can dump some of the fatty juice into the sink, and that will even make it lower fat. And so you can see I just scoop it all out and put it in the container, and then I try to only refrigerate it and use it within 7 days, sometimes a little more, but you don't want to leave it out or else it'll start to spoil. Now then comes the all-important taste test. So get some peas and a little chicken, some carrots, and just the egg all mixed in. There's a piece of liver. And usually Maisie doesn't like broccoli. There's several pieces of broccoli, and she doesn't like a lot of vegetables. But let's see what she likes, if she likes this mixture. Do you like vegetables? You better breathe while you eat. I think that means she likes it.
Just a little cooking video to let you know what I'm doing lately when I crock pot. My older dog Maisie, she's 17. She doesn't tolerate as much fat in the diet. And I learned from Steve Brown, who wrote Unlocking the Canine Ancestral Diet, the type of fat our domestic food animals have now, a lot of saturated fat, isn't nearly as healthy as the type that prey animals would have, which is a lot of monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fat. And so I use less skin, and I put more omega-3s in my dog's diet. Buy the freeze-dried fish that you saw and sardines in water, which is healthier than soy. My little dog Maisie doesn't do well with high fat diets, so I remove the skin on my whole young Friars now, and I usually get skinless, boneless breast for her. And I think it's important to remove the skin because the fat mixture in the domesticated food animals is not as healthy as the prey animals they once ate that only ate grass and had a lot more omega 3s or a little bit more balanced in the omega 6s. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the update. It's important to use organs, eggs, fish in the diet, and to use a variety of colorful vegetables, especially broccoli and kale are new superfoods. So include those if you can. And I usually use a mix of them. I don't use one or the other anymore. I kind of use a mix of several of them. So anyway, check out my website, Dog Dish Diet. And if you wanted to learn how to do this kind of stuff, you can always get either book, Dog Dish Diet, or Feed Your Pet to Avoid the Vet. And I am writing a new book called The Dog Diet Answer Book, and it'll be out in a few months. Have a great day.